we say here is? Allegedly. All right, you guys. Let me get you guys on my iPad. What am I doing? Okay, here we go. All right, let me go to my other way to bring you guys up. Switch accounts. There we go. Okay. Just 1 second. I'm bringing you guys up. There I am. Yay.
Yeah, this company
it was simple today to bring you guys up. Thank goodness. Okay, let me just be able to put this on pause. Make sure you... Yep, and you guys are hearing me. Okay. Oh, you know what? I need to... Just 1 second. I need to put this in. Just a minute. Sure, I should be able to hear me. Let me see. Let me listen to myself. Sure, I should be able to hear me. Let me see. Let me listen to myself. Yep, you guys can hear me. Okay, let me welcome everybody in. And real quick, you guys, if you're new here, what we do is you guys ask me yes or no questions about this political mess we're in, political nightmare we're in. Or current events. It needs to be yes or no questions because we ask my spirit guides through my pendulum, okay? And then at the end, we'll do a giveaway. Okay. Oh, also, if you have a question for me, make sure you put it in all caps. And then that way I know you're not, because that separates if you're just talking, you know, making comments to each other, then I know the questions. Okay. So put all questions in capitals. All right. And thank you guys. I needed to push it to 4:30 today. So, all right. Let me welcome everybody in. Welcome in, Gray Haven, Gray Raven Tarot, fabulous moderator. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my God, your job site's shut down until Tuesday because of the snow. Oh my goodness. Well, stay safe. Welcome in, Chris. Let me go through and welcome everybody, and then I'll go back up to the top and answer your questions. Okay. Welcome in, Christina Mello, Michelle Skanes, EMT Girl, fabulous moderator. Did I say Christina Mello? Yeah, I did. More Blessed, Patricia, 3257, Cecilia, welcome in. Welcome in, Francis, Linda Russell, Alyssa Smith, 8203, Sherry Murdoch, Sherry Tucker, Jeff Munns, 532, welcome in. RJM, Bill, 2199, Jamie Adams, Susie Cat, Joanne Purdy, Cannabis Queen and her mother, Bill 2199. Hey Nathan, fabulous moderator. Welcome in everybody. Edith, Wound Healer, ES7841, Prison Tale, Nancy Wright, RJM, Carol Newsom. Welcome in everybody. Christina Mello. Yes, I do like saying your last name. Okay, let me go back up to the top and I will start with the questions. Okay. Okay, sorry. I was just reading these. You guys are all talking about the Patriots, and now my husband was just watching it. I was watching a little bit of it. No, the Patriots are on right now because my husband's watching the Patriots. Yeah, that's who is watching. Yeah, the Patriots are on right now. They've been on. It may be halftime now. That game may almost be over. I don't know. Anyway. Okay, let me see. Before I start real quick, you guys, are you guys all devastated by this execution that we saw? That was insane. And finally, I had done my video yesterday before they came out with the lady with the pinks view of it, which was the best view ever because she was right in front of them. She was taping them like this the whole time. And as soon as I was watching it, I was like, why are people not talking about the lady in pink? She just taped that whole thing. And she was right in the front because the original video that came out of that execution, and that's what I'm going to call it because that's what it was. That original video was from that they were showing on the news was from behind. Well, I'm like, they need to do the lady in pink because she was in front. Well, finally, I saw that on, I can't think of his name. He's an independent reporter. He finally showed it like a couple hours later after I did my videos with the lady in pink. So I'm assuming since we've seen her video, that lady's okay. And I asked yesterday in my pendulum and they said she was okay. That was disgusting. It was absolutely, and it was even worse with the lady in pink. When I saw her video, that was even worse than the other one because it was right up on it. I was like, oh my God. I seen that dude. He took that gun. Okay. That gentleman had his gun in a holster on his side, which is legal in Minnesota. You can carry open or put into a holder. So he had his gun in his holder. He didn't attack them. Okay, let's just go through it. That lady got thrown to the ground, okay, which was ridiculous. All she was doing was taping. He was taping pretty much right next to her. They bum rushed her, threw her onto the ground, actually tossed her, like threw her into the ground. I was like, oh my God. And then he went over to help her. And just because he's trying to help her after that ICE agent threw a woman to the ground, what the hell is wrong with you? Then he was trying to help her. They said, Felon 45 and his clowns said that he rushed them and he came there to commit, heinous crimes against them. He didn't even go towards them. He went away from them towards her to help her off the ground after she got thrown into the ground. And then they wrestled him down. They noticed he had a gun on him in a holster, which is legal. You can open carry or have it in a holster, either way. And they took, when I watched the film, I was watching closely, they took the gun out of his holster. So they had the gun. So why, and then after they took the gun out of the holster, took their gun and shot him. And then the other dude shot him. And then there were more shots. This morning, this guy on CNN, or no, MSNBC, said that there were 10 shots total. What we watched was an execution. And then these, I almost cussed, okay? These pieces of crap then try to tell us what we saw. We know what the hell we saw, okay? That man wasn't doing a damn thing but trying to help that lady off the ground. And because he had a gun, which was legal, you guys decided to shoot him. Execute him. 10 bullets, I believe, are what went into him. Or at least 10 shots were made. I'm very tired of watching executions. Okay? I just saw that man get, what's his last name? Pretty is his last name. I saw Mr. Pretty get executed. I saw Renee get executed. And before that, we saw Charlie Cook. Now, look, I don't like Charlie Cook. I don't believe nothing that fool has to say. But you know what? I don't want to see people getting executed. And that Charlie Kirk one was horrific too. All three of them have been horrific. Okay? And our children are seeing this. Our children are seeing it's all over the news. What is this doing to our children? It's disgusting. And I did a reading. And it said that there's a big possibility, at least the energy is going towards this, of there being a economic lockdown where we just don't go to work until Felon 45 is out and the clown show. I don't think we're far off from it happening. They already started that in Minnesota. A lot of people just aren't going to work. They're like, no, I'm not driving my car. I'm not going to work. It don't matter. Not just Latino people who they're after. A lot of times, whites, blacks, everybody. A lot of people are just like, I'm not going. And I really think we need an economic blackout until that fool is out. And that's what I got in my reading, that's where the energy is going. So, I mean, not that I want an economic blackout, but maybe that's what we need. And demand, the American people, he has to go. And demand, we don't want any Republicans in there. We want an interim government. Maybe this is how the interim government's going to happen. People have been asking me for a long time, Angela, how in the hell are we supposed to have a new election? How in the hell are we supposed to get Film 45 out? Maybe we're the answer. All right, I've babbled on enough. Tell me what you guys think. Let me go back to your questions. But I had to say my piece about that. You guys say your piece about it in the chat here. Let me go in and let me start looking at what you guys have to say. Okay. All right, you guys are all talking. Okay, Patricia says, since the so-called President Trump wants to stay in the White House, I was wondering when he passed away, I'm curious, Trump's going to be earthbound and his spirit's going to be in the White House. Hey, I don't know if you're asking. Patricia, tell me, are you asking me a question? Or are you just making a statement? It sounds like a statement, but I agree. Okay, let me see if I can find some questions here. Okay, Alyssa says, 8203 says, hi, Angie. Trump's helper, Natalie Harp, did she know Epstein in 2010? I'll ask. Clear Spirit, did Natalie Harper know Epstein in 2010? Okay, saying no. Now, I'm not sure who Natalie Harper is, but I asked for you. All right. Okay, Bill 2199, is Trump going to be arrested? I hope the hell so. Clear Spirit, is Felon 45 going to be arrested? Yes, I always get, and it's going to be by the military. Let me ask. Clear Spirit, is Felon 45 going to be arrested and removed from office by the military? I've always gotten the military, and I'm still getting the military. Okay. Nancy, right. I agree, Nancy. Nancy says, happy Sunday. Once again, I can't even think of a question. I'm done with this mess. I know, me too. Me too. I'm tired of watching. I am sick and tired and saddened and depressed and bummed out about watching executions. Okay. RJM says, is there going to be a government shutdown on Saturday? Let me see what this is just going to tell us where the energy's going. Anything can happen because different decisions can be made. But what's the energy for today if next Saturday is going to be, the government's going to be closed? Let me ask. Clear Spirit, is there going to be a government shutdown on Saturday, next Saturday? Look, that's in flux. Remember how I said the energy for right now? There's so much stuff going on in discussion, so it's in flux. Okay. Okay, Linda Russell says, I saw Jack Smith talking about RICO in Georgia today. He said there's no escape, and in the next 3 months, everything will come out from the witness testimonies. Okay, which stuff will come out? Like, which case? The January 6th case? The stolen documents case? Epstein? Which one are you talking about, Linda? I want to know. Okay. Yeah, people are saying yes, 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 deeply horrified. Say I'm very, very upset. Yes, this is disgustingly horrible. Oh, okay. Carol says that the Patriots won, so the game is over. Okay. Welcome in, Jerry. I'm glad you've been watching. But you're new here. Okay, welcome in, Jerry. Yes, Cannabis Queen, enough is enough. Isn't that a shame, Christina Mello? Alex Pretty was a VA nurse. So sad. I knew he was a nurse. I didn't know he was a VA nurse. What the hell? Everyone's saying this is so sick, horrifying. Yeah, it's horrifying. Yes, this David says this is one of the ugliest governments in history. It sure the hell is. RJM, the world is hell, sad, and sickening. Exactly. Okay, Cheryl Tucker said, I didn't see the video with the lady in pink. Okay, I'm trying to think of that dude's name. He's an independent reporter, and I can't think of his name. Let me see if it comes to me. It's an independent reporter, and he showed it because the news this morning did not show his angle. They were still showing the angle from in back. So they weren't showing that one in front. The news, you know what? I'm sorry. I just have to say this. The national news, they kind of suck. Okay. I was already talking about the lady in pink right when I saw that video. They weren't even talking about that lady in pink. I'm like, why are you guys not talking about that lady in pink? That should have been, that's why I went and do a reading right away. And then I did hear also that Felon 45 and Bondi and all them were already saying that he went after the officers with a gun. So right away, I did my readings on did he brandish the gun or put the gun point the gun at the officers? Of course, no. In my reading, I said, what did the lady in pink see? And the lady in pink, what my card said, she saw an execution. And then when we finally saw the video, especially from her side, and that's exactly what she saw. Okay. Okay, Francis 976 says, will unhuman 45 abomination be unmasked? Frequency Cooper bells. What are frequency Cooper bells? But let me ask if Felon 45 will be unmasked. Clear Spirit, will Felon 45 be unmasked? Yes, I think he already has been. Clear Spirit, has Felon 45 already been unmasked fully? No. You know what they're saying that? Because you know what, it hasn't been like completely, I mean, we all know he's a pedophile, allegedly. But it hasn't been like, you know, so that's probably what we're waiting for. Because that's the unmasking. That he's a damn pedophile. Thank you, Kelly. Linda Russell said, so sad. Did he have siblings? I know the family gave a statement. I know, and I love it. I think they said, like, Felon 45, you murdered our son. You're responsible. You murdered our son. They weren't holding back. I think they said something around that. I'm not quoting them exactly, but they didn't hold back. And I was like, yes. Yeah, I don't know if he had, a wife, kids. I don't know. I know he has parents, I believe, and they're the ones who wrote that statement afterwards. Nathan Baker, our fabulous moderator, says, Tim Walz got a letter from Pam Bondi saying we are not getting rid of ICE unless you give us voter information. I know I'm doing a reading on that tomorrow. I almost cussed again. See, I got a potty mouth, okay, especially when I'm pissed. Pam Bondi wants voter registration. She wants to know who's on welfare, who's on SNAP. She wants a list of those names. She wants the voter registration. And there's one other thing she said she wanted. And then they'll take ICE out of their town. None of that has to do with immigration. These people are something else. And they have no shame. They'll say whatever. They don't care. Right out loud. They don't care. Okay. Okay, I'm just looking for questions here. Okay, Jeff says, do you see in 6 months Miss Harris in office? Well, let's ask. Clear Spirit, will Kamala Harris be in office? Okay, look, before I say that, time is the hardest thing we can do. And I say it every day almost, but this is the reason. We have free will as human beings, right? And You change one thing, that changes the timeline. One little other decision, that changes the timeline. You know what I'm saying? So I can only give you the energy right now. Okay, so let me ask though. Clear spirit. Will Kamala be in office as president of the United States in the next 6 months? It's saying yes. And I've been getting yes that she's going to be the president still in 2026. That's still the energy I'm getting. That is so sad. Wound Healer says, Tim Walls said that children in Minnesota don't even want to come out of the house. Christina Mello says, don't forget about Boycott Mondays. Yes, Boycott Mondays. We have a list in the description of this video, and of places that decided to support Film 45. So on Mondays, if you could do your best not to shop there, that would be great. We need to continue all of our stuff and keep talking about Epstein. This is what I got too. This whole thing is all about Epstein. This came up in my reading yesterday. The whole reason that he has these ICE agents out here and he's given them full immunity, so they think they can shoot people. They think they can execute people and get away with it. He wants to cause complete chaos. He wants ICE out there causing complete chaos, even if people are going to die. He's fine with that, as long as we are not talking about Epstein. And he's also getting pressure from all his pedophile friends. Okay? So it's not just him, it's his pedophile friends too. They're like, I don't care if you have to start a war. I don't care if we have to go after our own citizens and they have to die, as long as the Epstein files do not come out. And we can get these people to stop talking about Epstein files and just talk about these executions we're seeing, or any of these ICE happenings. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Because he realizes that these wars that he's trying to get us into, they're not taking our mind off of the Epstein files. Well, neither is any. We can. What is that? Walk and chew gum at the same time? We know he can't. Can't stand him. Okay. Okay, let me keep going here looking for your questions. Yes, RJM says Trumpenstein's distractions. Exactly. And this whole ICE thing and invading Minnesota and the executions, it's all about Epstein files. That's it. Oh, EMT Girl says, thank you, fabulous moderator. Says, please hit the like button. Thank you. Please, yes, please hit the like button if you will. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Okay. Hit the bell twice so that you get all videos when they come up. Okay. Oh my God, Linda, that's horrible. Linda said, my grandson said he's scared to be home by himself. He's 16 years old. I'm so sorry. Horrendous. That's what I said. What are our children? They're hearing all this. They're seeing all this. If we're having a hard time, think of these our children, what they're feeling. It's disgusting. Christina Mello says, is Bondi and Gnome going to be arrested too? I hope the hell so. Clear Spirit, is Bondi going to be arrested? Hell yes. Thank God. Clear Spirit, is Gnome going to be arrested? Yes. Okay, I have another question. Clear Spirit, is Bondi a human? No. Clear Spirit, is Christy Gnome a human? No. Most of his people that work with him are not like him. They're not human. This is why, and I never thought I'd be saying stuff like this because I feel like I'd sound crazy. But I always wondered, I'm like, what kind of human being is Christy Gnome? She killed her dog, killed her puppy. Okay. And she works for Felon 45 and does all kinds of horrific crap. She's evil. Bondi. Okay. Bondi is evil. Just absolutely evil. What kind of women would support someone like Felon 45? Okay. He's a 34 count felon, been convicted of rape, and he's a pedophile, allegedly the pedophile part. And these women are working for him. You cannot be human and actually work for the devil. Well, they're not. And it makes sense. They're heartless. They have no heart. Okay, More Blessed says, will the grids in Texas last through this weather? I hope so, because I remember your grids last time, they didn't last, remember? And then there were people who actually died in Texas the last time it was this cold. I don't know if it's as cold as it was that one time when the grids went down. Clear Spirit, will the grids in Texas last through this weather? Oh, Lord. It's in flux. I'll tell you something. When I saw Texas freeze that one time a few years ago, and there are people who actually died, I automatically did some things. We have a chimney, which we never use, so it probably needs a sweeping. So I got a chimney sweeper to sweep my chimney. I bought a side burner with butane, so I could cook food. And I always carry we always have extra cans of food and stuff. So I said, you know what? I need to be prepared. If Texas can freeze, so could Las Vegas. We're right next door to Texas. So I prepared myself. Thank you, Karen. Karen said, I'm glad you said your piece. Thank you. Okay. Patricia 3257. It was a question. Is Trump going to be earthbound? And is his spirit going to be in the White House? Okay. What is being earthbound? I'll ask. But let me know what earthbound is. I probably should know that, but sorry. Clear Spirit, is Felon 45 going to be earthbound? Okay, that is in flux, and my pendulum is shaking insanely. Okay, Clear Spirit, is Felon 45 spirit going to be in the White House? No, thank God. What is earthbound? Are you saying like I don't know what that means. Yeah, let me know what you mean by that. But the answer was no on the earthbound. Is SNAP and Social Security going to be safe? Clear Spirit, is SNAP going to be safe? Oh, Lord. Look, that's in flux. Clear Spirit, is Social Security going to be safe? Yes. Now, the SNAP thing, if this happens again where he freezes, like this doesn't, like, the government shuts down again. Well, this is the thing. I think there's a good chance of the government shutting down. Because, what's his name? He's a senator. I can't think of his name. Anyway, one of the main senators, okay? He was on MSNBC this morning, and he said, I'm telling you right now, we've already talked, okay, with all of our people, House and Senate. We're not voting to fund any more money to ICE. And that's in the bill right now, that they get more money. We're not voting for that. So if it shuts down, it shuts down. That's the Democrats right now. They're like, we're not funding this no more. People are dying. So I could see Felon 45 trying to take people's SNAP away again, because he's a piece of shit. Okay. So all of the GoFundMes, I still have those. Excuse me, I still have all those names. So I will repost those if you want me to. We'll talk about that if all of that goes down. So, and you just saw me ask about the SNAP benefits. It's in flux. Jeez. Okay. Michelle Skane says, I don't have any questions, but when will it be over? Next week, next month, or next year, or tomorrow, or even the next 6 hours? LOL. I know. I do not know. And it's, you know about time. So. Okay. Cecilia says, did they seize Trump properties? Who seized his properties? Who's they? Cecilia, let me know who they is. Keith Edwards. Thank you, Cannabis Queen. That is who I saw the video of, the lady in pink. And he had, that video, as soon as it came out, he had it on. He had it on real early. The news hadn't even shown it. In fact, on the news, I still haven't seen the pink lady's view. I've only seen it still from behind. Or did they finally show it this morning? Oh no, they did show it this morning from the front. Yeah, I finally did see it from the front on TV, but they're slow. I didn't see that until this morning. Yesterday, we're still showing it from behind, where you can't see it as much. You couldn't see them take out the gun out of the holster. And even in yesterday's video, it was hard until you really slowed it down to see the guys on the left side, two of them, take out their guns and shoot after they took the gun out of his holster. But me and my husband saw it because we just rewound it really slow and kept stopping, kept rewinding and stopping and rewinding and stopping until we saw it all. But with Renee, with that lady in the pink, you can see everything really good. Okay. Thank you, Karen. 3574. Christina Mello says, I think we should do more boycotts instead of just on monies. Look, Karen, this is what I think. I think we need to have an economic shutdown. We just don't do shit. Not going to work, not shopping. Only if we have to get food. That's it. Just we need to return to, for I don't know, for as long as it takes. We need to return to coronavirus times where we didn't go nowhere. We didn't spend no money. Except make it even worse because we were all spending money on Amazon and stuff. Like, no, we're not buying, excuse my language, we're not buying shit. Okay? We're not going to work until Felon 45 is out of office and his clown show. And we have an interim government because we don't want no Republicans up in there. I've gotten that that's what we're looking at happening. And I hope that is what is about to take place because that's the kind of movement we need. Okay, Sherry Murdoch says, will the Orange Menace flee to another country? If so, will his administration say he's away on business or golfing? Okay, let's see. Clear Spirit, will Felon 45 flee to another country? I always get no for that. I know some other people have gotten that it's a possibility that he flees to another country, but I've never gotten that yet. So exactly, Cat Nana says video showed ICE took his gun first and then shot him. Exactly. We all watched an execution. Exactly, Christina Mello. Christina Mello says, I think she's talking to somebody, but she's saying, is it legal to carry a gun? Christina Mello says, it's legal to carry a gun in Minnesota. It's illegal to murder somebody. And, the Republicans are always all about being able to carry guns. They want to carry guns everywhere. They want semi-automatic weapons on the streets, even though it's killed our children. But now they want to talk about, well, he had a gun on him. Well, he had a gun on him. Well, as far as you are, Republicans, y'all want guns everywhere. In the schools, semi-automatic weapons, you're all for it. Even though children have been murdered. Hello? Makes me sick. More Blessed says, will that ever put in a law about price gouging during crisis? Okay, More Blessed says wants to know if there'll be a law. Will there ever be a law about price gouging during a crisis? Spirit, will there ever be a law about price gouging during a crisis? It's saying yes. I think there already is, isn't there? Yeah, it's already against the law to price gouge. I believe. Nathan, I love it. Because Kamala did say this in one of her interviews. She said, Kamala said, like, this is what Nathan Baker said. Like President Harris said, those MFers are crazy. Except she said the mother. Okay, she said the real words. I was like, sorry. Sometimes there's nothing better than a cuss word. Okay, because that's what's. Sometimes there's nothing better than that. Gray Raven says they're not painting a good picture with saying no to drug trafficking, but human trafficking is okay. Exactly. Michelle Skanes says, but Trump doesn't know the difference between Iceland and Greenland. What an ASS hole. So true. Okay. Really? Really? More Blessed said that that Chipotle donates to ICE. What? That's insane. I never even heard that. That's insane. Exactly, RJ. Trumpenstein distractions. That's what we're seeing. They don't care that they have to unalive Americans as long as they don't get busted for sexually assaulting children. As long as their pedophilia don't come out, they're good. Okay, Linda Russell says, will I show up at the Super Bowl 2026 and will Donald be at the Super Bowl? Clear Spirit. Will ICE show up at the Super Bowl? No. Clear. There's so much security around there. They would not even allow that, I'm sure. Like, ICE thought that they were going to go into the Dodger Stadium and I guess start picking people off. And they told him, you guys get the hell out. You ain't coming in here. Get the hell out. They turned around and left. They're really a bunch of wusses. Once they get surrounded and they feel like they're surrounded, or they feel the power of the people that they're trying to mess with, they turn around. Okay. Thank you, Nathan. Nathan said, put your questions in caps. Yes, please. Okay. Francis has a question. Will some of the cabinet members try and run away not to be sent to jail? Let's ask. Clear Spirit. Will some of Felon 45's cabinet members try to run away so they won't be sent to jail? Look at that. Why I'm asking it, it's saying yes. Ha! Okay, let's ask this. Nathan has a question. Clear Spirit. Will they be successful in canceling the midterms 2026? No. Clear Spirit. Will they be successful in canceling the 2028 election? The energy says right now, no for both. Good. Okay, let's ask this. Clear Spirit. Will Felon 45 go to the live golf tournament in Saudi Arabia on February 4th through the 7th, 2026? All right, that's in flux. Okay. I agree, Christina Mello. It's time for the military to do their job. And the first thing they need to do is arrest Pete Hegseth. Arrest his ass. Throw him in the brig. Okay? And then take over. Call martial law and take over. And say, we need an interim government. Because these people are crazy. Okay. Yep, Christina Mello, Bondi and Gnome are made from the same cloth as Trumpenstein. Exactly. Non-human. Okay, let me ask this. Sherry Murdoch, that's a good question. Clear Spirit. Will Felon 45 declare martial law? Geez, there's so much in flux right now. That's in flux. Insane. Okay, Karen has a question. Karen, make sure you put it in all caps. But I got your question though. So Clear Spirit. Will Felon 45 survive his term? No. What else did you say? Let me ask it like this. Clear Spirit. Will Felon 45 be removed from office in 2026? Yes, I'm still getting that he'll be removed. So he's not now. So I don't know about his unaliving. I just want him out. Okay, let me see what else you guys are saying. Carol, this is a good question. Is Erica Kirk human, and was Charlie Kirk human? Excuse me. Clear Spirit. Is Erica Kirk human? No. Clear Spirit. Was Charlie Kirk human? No for both. Dang. Which I completely see. Charlie Kirk, what didn't he believe in, like Nazis and stuff? They believed in all the horrible stuff. Anything horrible, nasty, disgusting, racist, evil, they believe in it. Okay, Nathan says, is Elon Musk a clone? Yeah, no doubt. He looks like an alien, okay? Clear Spirit. Is Elon Musk a clone? No. Clear Spirit. Is Elon Musk a human? No. And I believe that. Look at him. His behavior, for one, ugly, heartless, and he looks strange. Like he doesn't look like a normal human being. He just looks strange. There's something off about all of them. Look at Trump. They just look off. Like, if not ugly as hell, just off. Look at Steve Bannon. I can't even look at him. He is nasty from the inside out. Now, just because someone's not attractive, I don't say they're ugly. But when you're ugly from the inside out and you're evil and mean to other humans, and that tends to radiate out. If you're a nasty, mean, evil, devil-like person, that it usually radiates from in to out. Oh my goodness. Sherry Murdoch says it's single digit in Texas. And it's never single digit in Texas, is it? That's insane. Oh, I love that. Wound Healer says, I've been preparing myself for power outages. Did you know that you can take a tea light candle, put them in your muffin pans, and make a little stovetop? I have never heard of that. That is genius. Wound Healer, thank you. I love that. Christina Mello says, I watched Shelly and didn't get any commercials, but on yours I get commercials. Strange, very strange. No, it's not strange. I do allow for ads. Now, I allow for ads moderately. That's what I chose. I didn't choose the most, I didn't choose the least. I just chose for it to be moderate. But I did choose to have ads in my videos and also in my lives. You guys, I'm able to do this 6 days a week, really 7. I work 7 days a week. Now, I don't have to work all day, so it's fine. But this allows me, I don't have to, I can do this full time because I have the ads. Okay. So yeah, straight up, I have the ads. Okay. All right. And then someone says they get, Kelly says, I get commercials on Shelly's videos. Yeah. I believe she has commercials too. So. Okay. Now everyone's saying, I got commercials on Shelly's videos too. Okay. Okay. Patricia says earthbound means he won't go into the light. Oh. Oh. Okay. Cool. Thank you. Okay, I'm not sure exactly what you mean, more blessed, but I'll ask. Clear Spirit, did Truth Alliance save Ninja Minja home from being foreclosed? I don't know what that means, but it's like, that's in flux. Okay. We got about 5 more minutes, you guys, and then we're going to do the giveaway. Sherry Murdoch says, will our military finally stand up for us and protect us? Clear Spirit, will our military finally stand up for us and protect us? Yes. Okay, I'm getting yes. Karen Warren says, so deeply horrifying, a tragedy that this can happen to anyone, even small children. You know, I didn't talk about that. What about them snatching these kids? What are you doing with these kids? They've now snatched like a 5-year-old, I think. That little boy, was he 5, 4? And then they snatched a 2-year-old. This lady said that she was an American citizen, was a white woman. She was just protesting, doing nothing, like always, filming, and they arrested her and threw her in ICE detention for like a day or two. And she said while she was in there, no, this was the lady who was in the car, who was on the way to the doctors, and they cut her seatbelt and rough manhandled her and threw her to the ground. She was in there for a day, day and a half or so. And she said she heard children, men, and women crying. She felt people were being tortured. And what are children doing in jails, in detention centers? What the hell? Why are y'all grabbing kids? I fear what we're going to see when we get into these detention centers. I fear what we're going to see. Okay, let me keep going here. Okay. Okay, RJM says, is he even alive? Or are we seeing body doubles? I've got he's still alive. Clear Spirit, is Felon 45 still alive on Earth? Yes, Clear Spirit. Okay, this is what I've gotten. Is that because I was getting first, he's alive, he's not alive. I'm like, what the hell's going on? And what I finally got was, on Earth, he's still alive. He's being kept alive with drugs. The spirit world considers him not alive. If you have to be kept up on drugs, you're not alive. So that's why I think people get both things. That's what I got. So just a couple more minutes here, and then we're going to do the giveaway. All right, let me ask this. Good question. Cecilia, Clear Spirit, are Felon 45's doubles, are they humans? No. Crazy. Oh, that's a good question, Christina Mello. Clear Spirit, is Felon 45 and his clown show going to try and hurt Tim Walz? No. Thank God. That's disgusting. Gray Raven says Home Depot still lets ICE support people in their parking lot. That is disgusting. You know what, Sherry Murdoch, she says, I participate in No Buy Mondays, but I'm also doing this year of less. I'm only buying necessities. Since I started this year of less, I come to realize I'm content and blessed for what I have. I agree. I have stopped shopping so much myself, and I am way happier. I have more time to garden. I have more time to do my art. I have more time to do my readings. I have more time, period. And I don't need any more crap. Look at just behind me, just the yarn. Okay. And that's nowhere near how much yarn I have. I got yarn in here, and I have shelves and shelves of yarn in my garage. Now I got it on clearance at the Hobby Lobby clearance sale. I know Hobby Lobby is a Trump supporter. This was before this whole thing with Felon 45, okay? When I got all this yarn. But what happens is Hobby Lobby clearances their yarn from $5 a skein down to $1 a skein. So, and let me tell you something. I'm willing to go there and pick up dollar skeins and basically steal it from them, okay, if they want to lower it to $1. But this was before. This is before the whole Felon 45 thing. Now, they've always supported Trump, but this is before this whole thing with Felon 45 started. So, before somebody wants to yell at me about that. Do I go there on a regular basis now? No. Do I have to go there sometimes? Yes. And the reason sometimes is because I'm an artist, I paint, and they have this paint that I use, and it's the paint that I use. But do I try to go there as least as possible? Yes. I try to go to Michael's. I try to order online. And also, I have also just tried to shop less. I don't need too much else. So, and I don't go to Home Depot. I go to Lowe's, since I know that, you know, they're allowing ICE to come on up in there and take people. So disgusting. Like, I don't go to Sam's Club anymore. I lost my $100 at Sam's Club. Now I go to Costco. You know, we all can just everybody just needs to do their best that they can do. Okay. Okay. Okay, you guys, we have got to stop for today. All right. Just 1 second, guys. All right. I have to stop here today. If I didn't get to your question, okay, if I didn't get to your question, please, tomorrow I make video every day. Tomorrow's videos, put your question. It doesn't matter if the question has anything to do with that video. Put your question in that video, and I'll put you on my list of questions to ask during the week. Okay. All right. Let's do the giveaway. All right. So this is the rules for the giveaway. There's not very many rules. Okay. So for the giveaway, I'm going to put go in the chat. You are to put Kamala's name in if you want to be in the giveaway. One time only, please. If you're international, you can be in it. I'll give you $12. I'll give you $12 through PayPal or whatever we can do, and that's what my journals cost. I'll need your real name, your fake name. No, just kidding. I'll need your real name, your YouTube name, and your address. And the address is in my address. Yeah. My email is in the description below, okay? And that's where you'll put your real name, your YouTube name, and your address, okay? In my email, which is in the description. Okay, that's it. Let me show you what you can win. Oh, and anybody who hasn't gotten journals, a bunch of journals will be, not a bunch, but a couple of journals, because I think I'm 2 behind, will be sent out tomorrow, plus whoever wins today, okay? This is the Empress. And it's a journal. This is my own personal. So you can win the Empress. You get to choose, okay? Here's the Empress. And this is my artwork. The Great White Spirit. Now, this is a print, okay? I'll make this into the journal, like I just showed you. So this is the Great White Spirit. Or you can choose this. This is me and my husband's artwork. It's a collaboration. The mess that we call the US. You know, I always say that. And it's number 2. So if you want this one, you can just put number 2. Okay, so number 2, or you can choose the Great White Spirit, or you can choose the Empress. Okay. And if you win and you're not into journals or whatever, take it anyway and save it for a gift. Journals are always good for gifts. Okay. Let me put go in the thank you, Kat. Okay. I just put go. Start putting KAMALA in if you want to be in it. You know what? Melania's movie has already flopped. They already took it out of theaters. There was nobody buying tickets. So now it's going to streaming. Streaming won't be much better. Nobody wants to watch her. Unless she wants to start talking about the Epstein files. Let us know some information about that, Melania. Let us know that information. Nobody cares about your life, okay? But we like to know about you and Epstein and your husband and Epstein and all that crap. Go ahead and start talking about that. Do a movie on that, Melania. Okay. Love you, Patricia. Christina Miller, you're hilarious. Thank you, Kat. Okay. It looks like it's slowed down. So I'm going to push stop. I'm going to count down from 10, okay? So you have 10 seconds if you still want to join the giveaway. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, I'm going to push stop. Going once, going twice, going 3 times. Okay, here we go. I push stop. Okay, let me go and see. Pick a winner here. Winner, winner, winner. Okay, we have Anita 3392. Congratulations, Anita. Let me get my thing. Congratulations, Anita. Woohoo! So, Anita, I need to know which journal you want. Let me write your name down. What did I say? Anita. That's just Anita will be fine. Anita 3392. Anita, I know there's more of your name. It's Anita ATPATTU 3392. But I'm just going to say Anita 3392. Okay, so which journal did you want? Did she say yet? Nope, not yet. Make sure you guys stay, because if sometimes people aren't here or they leave or they don't claim, so just stay here until she lets us know. Just waiting for Anita here to let us know which one she wants. Okay, I don't know what you have. Sorry. Oh, wait, sorry. I just entered. Okay, no problem. Okay, so it's journals. So Anita, you can choose, this is my artwork, okay? You can choose the Empress journal. Okay, they're blank journals. You could choose the mess we call the US journal. This is number 2. So you can just say number 2. Or you can choose the Great White Spirit, and I'll make this into a journal for you, okay? The Great White Spirit, and this is also my artwork. Everything you see is my artwork, okay? Except for the mess we call the US, that's me and my husband's artwork. Okay, so Anita, which one do you want? You're welcome, Sherry Murdoch. So yeah, Anita, so let me know which one you want. And again, Anita, I need your my email, HerballyHipTarot@yahoo.com is in my description below. So I need you to send me your you need me to send me your real name, your YouTube name, and your address, okay? Empress. Okay, wonderful. So you will get this one, okay? There we go. Congratulations. All right, you guys, that is it for tonight. Thank you so much for showing up for me. Thank you for showing up for each other. Thank you to my fabulous, fabulous moderators. I could not do it without you guys. Love, peace, and happiness. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.